Good morning, good morning. Moving right along. So it is the 20, what is it, the 23rd? Let's see. See if I'm right. I'm still, I'm sharp. I still got it. As long as you know what the date is, you've still got it. Anyway, so we're doing a little bit of a coffee stream here today, this morning. Just a little bit. Just a little bit because there's a lot to be done on my end. Obviously, I have some stuff to write for tonight. Though it should be easy. In the first Within the first 15 minutes of tonight's show, Scott Shara is going to be on with us, and he's going to be talking about the trial that just concluded um, in Wisconsin over his daughter Grace's murder at the hands of the hospitals during the lockdowns, COVID protocols, all that other stuff. They lost. Unfortunately and very sadly, they lost their trial. I had not heard anything over the weekend. It was a crazy weekend, but I hadn't seen anything. I didn't get any the usual updates from uh, from Scott's organization in email and stuff like that. But they lost. So tonight, I want to just talk to him about the experience and the merits of the case and everything else. So I don't know. I don't know if there's anything even about this loss that set a precedent or opened a door to another way forward. But we'll see. Oh, hello, Star. Hello, Michael. Hello, V. Wayne, Stephen and Lori, Paulina, Rain Cry, Buongiorno, Scott. How are you? It's one of those days. Rosie is here. Good to see you. Okay, so Scott is going to be on with us in the first hour. Obviously, we've got to talk about the weekend, which is ongoing. Because if anybody ever thought, oh, it was a quick precision strike, we got in, we got out, and now uh, every major talking point on Iran from the last however long I've been alive and more, that's all behind us, and the world can move on. Yeah, yeah. Just the in and out bombs. That's it. I love that. I love that idea. Yeah, we dropped thousands of pounds of explosives on this country, but it's all over now, and they've learned their lesson. And so that all happened on Saturday night, just before we went live with what I believe was another well-intentioned and well-timed timeless summer family panel episode, which it was. I had a lot of fun, and of course, I get to the studio around 7 something, and I'm setting everything up. I got the air conditioners on. I'm getting ready for the evening, and that's when drop the bombs. Trump is going to address the nation at 10 o'clock. We're going live at 9. I said, fine. You know what? Go get called back. Get called back to the slaughter, everybody. But I think everybody who showed up and hung out had a great time. And I knew that this would be waiting for us on Monday, which it is, and it's not over. It's not over. And not only that, but I read this morning that Israel went and dropped more bombs on the site that we apparently disabled with precision and ferocity. So okay, so then obviously we didn't get the job done. I don't know. Listen, it's creating a little bit of a situation here because this is not in our best interest. There's nothing, no way you can ever sell this to me. I know many of you, not in our best interests ever. And Brendan Dilley's coming on tomorrow night. Brendan Dilley's coming on tomorrow night, and he's going to be, I have to imagine, supportive of this. And I just gotta tell him, Brendan, in no time of my life, under any presidency, well, I guess when I was younger, when I didn't know, but this is not good. And I don't like this because I want to see Trump do well. I don't like this because I want to see Trump do well, because if he does well, we do well. And I think that this is a major a major derailing on top of all the congressional issues we have over here and shit like that. So here's what I have. I need to ask you guys, because we already have 100 people watching. I'm sure maybe a couple hundred more will show up, but there will be hundreds more that watch this after the fact, just on YouTube. Go to speakpipe.com/quite frankly. That link is in the description of the episode. Speakpipe.com/quite frankly. That's our voicemail. I would love to get at least a half a dozen voicemails from you guys and gals asking well-meaning questions. Questions and comments you want to leave for the show. If you have a question you want to ask Dilly, doesn't have to be, I'm not going to air it if it's confrontational or just like, prodding or anything like that. But, ask a good question. Ask a good question. Because it's okay to differ on this, and a lot of people are differing. So I would love to get your voicemails on that. Gypsy Stargirl, Trump needs to go. Well, you sound like a Democrat now. Those are the only people who want to impeach him. Listen, he was always going to be gone quickly. 4 years goes by quickly. First year is half gone. So you don't have to wait too long for Trump to be gone. That's number one. The question was, we have very little time on the clock. What are we going to get done in that time? And I thought that our biggest hindrance was going to be the legislative branch of the United States government. I thought it was going to be the legislative branch. I thought the one thing that we were going to be totally safe from was unnecessary foreign military entanglements, outside of the fact that whatever ones we already have on the books, just by the record of our government alone, will probably be kept. So a lot of it might be even kept secret from President Trump, as we've seen happen in the first time around. So, I can't put a smiling face on this, but maybe some of you guys are seeing things that I don't. And we're all in the dark on certain things. So I'll make sure I have a bunch of stuff to play tonight. After we're done talking to Scott Shara in the first half, I'll have, we'll just have updates from the weekend in a second. So that's that. That is that. I'm going iced today. This was hot last night, and then whatever wasn't consumed went right into the refrigerator. Peace through strength? I don't know. I think we have a good amount of strength. I think we have a good in some cases I think there's strength through peace. Only because we're not. Somebody make sense about the impact of Iran on the United States as far as national security goes. That's what I want to know. I did have a pot of coffee. Right here, I do. And I'm spiking it with my Keto Brainz because I gotta wake up even more. I've been up for hours. But this is when the brain starts, latching onto all those fats and aminos, and I go nuts. I did a lot of work before I got on with you guys. The one thing I did not do is get all my reading in. I have to read about 40 pages today, Tom Sawyer, because we got book club tonight. Session 4 of 5 for the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. That has been a wonderful reprieve from all the shit. I'm telling you guys, become a sponsor and do the book club with us. Do the film club with us. There's more and more stuff that I'm doing, and most of it is non-political. Our Sunday streams that we do, most of it is non-political, because who the hell needs that constantly? We got to read books again. We got to enjoy the summer. We got to get into the Tom Sawyer state of mind, man. And so that's the important thing. Anyway, I'll get that done for tonight. If you're part of book club, leave voicemails as well. I want voicemails from you guys. Give me a second. Coffee ice cubes melt particularly fast. You ever notice that? Now we'll just get a little bit of a topper. Give me a topper. There you have it. I like Dilly, but for whatever reasons, he doesn't really ever criticize Trump. Listen, you're never going to get really strong criticisms of Trump from Dilly, just based on what I've seen. And we talked about this a lot there too. I know he's an ardent supporter, and that's fine. I actually think that a lot of the people who are, there's the I told you so crowd out there who just have always thought that Trump was bad and never give him credit for anything that is objectively good. But then there are a lot of people who are ardent supporters of Trump that don't like this because on principle we don't have time to drop bombs and to do it on behalf of other countries like Israel. We don't. And B, if you are an ardent supporter of Donald Trump, then why, in what case do you find this to be in any way beneficial to his success here domestically? And that's all most of us were doing. Most of us voted this way because they wanted domestic conditions to improve. And that also went hand in hand with the fact that maybe we'll have a chance to have domestic conditions improve because we wouldn't be so preoccupied with foreign entanglements. You know? But Ukraine is still on the books. The books on Iran just opened up. And I'm not of the mindset that anybody that doesn't like that has thrown the baby out with the bathwater. So I'm going to get all that there. Let's see here. Dilly studies Trump's negotiation strategy and gets him. So he sees this not waffling by him. It's consistent with how he rolled. Well, I can't wait to get that out on the table tomorrow, because I want to know. And to Kat's point right there, none of us know what's going on. I would still prefer DJT to any other past president I can't think of. I hate that we're now involved, but I agree with other policies. I think we're all on the same page with that. So I guess my main goal for tomorrow, and in any conversation we have, is trying to get a gauge of what people who know a little bit more than me can tell us about what's really behind all this. There is also fallacy in thinking that that Iran is a wholly and completely trustworthy entity, and that they don't have legitimate ill intent of their own, whatever the hell it may be. I'm not saying that this, I want to go get a summer home in Iran and that we've been lied to about everything, but to what degree? That's it. I don't get it. And all the messaging is off. About what's been accomplished, who's been bombed. That's the last of it. It's all done. Then obviously it's not done because Israel's getting Israel's getting their turn. Whatevs. Thank you, Keto Brainz. I'm going to start feeling the elation get me soon. It's going to be very hot today. It's going to be very hot today, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't care. It's going to be about 100. Be about 100 tomorrow as well. Did I see Jerry Coogan? Jerry Coogan. Oh, Jerry, we love you. I know that Jerry can't stay up as late as he used to. He watches from Scotland. But Jerry, you got to start leaving us some voicemails, man. People miss the late night phone calls from our Scottish mensch. I don't know what the hell Trump is doing, but I'm pretty sure that what we see on the surface is not what is really happening behind the scenes. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. There's ways that we can piece together, patterns. I think the most informed people who don't have a person on the inside are people who have just paid attention to reporting on any number of world events and compared that reporting and compared the public announcements and the public addresses on those events to the end results. That's it. You just have to find a way of forming your own patterns or recognizing patterns, and then juxtaposing. You want to get that juxtaposition between the reporting and timeline of events, things that are actually happening, so you can see where they don't match up, and then you can start at deducing what the inverse is. That's when you can start figuring out what the go-to methods of covering events from the media is to be able to obfuscate from the truth, and what wording they use to describe one situation as the exact opposite of the situation. I don't know. That's what we have to do. We have to learn to speak in coded languages, or at least decipher coded languages, if we don't have an inside man. Up in the Great North Woods with the Merlin app. I love it, says V. Yeah. I love the Merlin app too. Only thing is that I already know all the birds around here. We have, I don't know. Oh, I did see the goldfinch. I told you I saw one goldfinch every 2 or 3 years around here. I saw one a couple days ago. But yeah, that Merlin app is a lot of fun. Let's see. Angie, Frank, why has Tracy Beans been MIA? I used to depend on her for the news. Tracy is working with the Maha movement. I think she was working. She was managing a couple of projects on behalf of Del Bigtree. I don't know if she's still doing that, but she's in Maha. And honestly, I haven't even spoken to Tracy that often. Every once in a while, I'll see how she's doing, and she's busy, and family is all moving around and stuff because all of her kids are getting older and moving out of the house. But other than that, her broadcasting has stopped because she felt like she couldn't put any time into putting out a good product, or a product that she felt was acceptable, just because she was split between other jobs. So that's it. Congrats on the Golden Finch. Yes, thank you. We're friends now. My Keto Brainz order from a week ago won't be here for another 10 days. Boo. Next time I will be spring for better shipping. 10 days. What did you order it from? Did you order it directly from Keto Brainz? Did you order it from Amazon? Because before I made a relationship with Molly from Keto Brainz, I was ordering it from Amazon. And that was awful. Like I had to reorder the bag when I was halfway done with the bag, knowing I'd need at least 2 weeks for it to come in. So Amazon fulfillment is a lot worse than going directly through. So I don't know. We'll see. You let me know. All right, Jerry Star. Hello, Mindy. Let's see. Oh, Alaska. Oh, Alaska might as well be another country. It might as well be Alaska and Hawaii. Might as well be another country. Two different countries. When it comes to shipping there, I mean, thankfully, if I wrote you guys a letter, and I have one or I've had a couple of people in the postcard club that were from Alaska and Hawaii, which thankfully you just put one stamp on there, and the postcard or the letter will go to Alaska or Hawaii. But God forbid if you got to send something that is that weighs more than an ounce. Good God. Good golly. How do you make iced coffee? Well, first thing I do is I brew the Quite Frankly Elevation blend. And I've never been one for cold drips or anything like that. So we just brew it hot, and then I'll just take this off of the hot plate, and I'll leave it on a coaster. I'll take the top off, and I'll just let it cool down. I'll just let it cool down first. I don't put it into the refrigerator until it's already close to room temperature, like really chilled out. I forgot what I read once about. I read something about, I don't know, mold, or I don't know what the hell it was, about taking hot coffee and putting it right into a cold refrigerator without letting it cool down first. So I let it chill out, then I get it in. Oh, this is nothing. This is just over from last night. Hold on. It's summertime, baby. Make sure that we got company. You want some coffee? You want it iced? This is our iced pitcher. This right here is just left over from last night that I was unwilling to dump down the drain, so it becomes iced coffee for the next day. That's it. I shared that meme, that wonderful meme that a couple of you posted in the Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description as well. But what was it? It was the cat with the fedora on and the sunglasses, and it had a coffee, and it had a mushroom cloud in the back. It said the world, me, and what was it? I'll get it up right now. There you go. Coffee and Jesus. That's really what it is. Only add a cigar into the mix there. I wish we can all teleport to some lake or whatever. Everybody have an Adirondack chair each, and we'll brew you guys coffee, and everybody will get a cigar, and we'll just hang out and talk. Somebody will light fireworks off on some floating barge in the middle of the lake. I don't know, man. That sounds a lot better. Sounds a lot better than all the other shit that we're dealing with. I want to hear how you guys prepare your coffee as well. Oh, and also, go out the description. In the description, there's not only the link for this, but there is the one-time 20% off code. And if you want a sample, tell me, and I'll send it out. I've been sending samples out to people who are even non-sponsors now, just because I know that you're going to love it. But if you make a review video for this and you post it to social media and you tag Keto Brainz, Molly's been sending out full bags. So, there you go. I've never understood why non-smokers like cigars. Well, Jerry, I don't know. I don't like, I always liked the puffing aspect of it. I didn't like the inhaling aspect. It's different. Okay. It's maximum clouds. It's clouds for me. Cigars smell better than cigarettes, yes. But it definitely tastes better, Jerry. I also For me, it's the experience of creating clouds. You can get really beautiful, strong clouds with a well rolled cigar that's got a nice even burn on it. Beautiful, sweet smelling. I love it. Then again, I only have a few a year, to be honest. It's like a social thing for me, much like drinking. But on the other hand, to stay consistent with that, that's the reason why every so often I love packing the hookah. Yes, Ray Finkel makes you feel like Tony Soprano driving his Suburban through Newark. But on the flip side, I like packing the hookah every once in a while because the clouds and that's something that you are inhaling. It's vaporized though, it's not burning like it would anything else. So instead of burning that tobacco, the shisha, you're vaporizing it because there's a separation between the shisha and the top of the tin foil. Separation there so that the coals on top and it gets the bowl nice and hot and it just vaporizes all that molasses. Beautiful. And the clouds. That's why I nicknamed our hookah cumulus. The clouds that come out are majestic. It's really all about the clouds for me. Love it. As you can see on any night that we do a broadcast, pipe smoke is nice, though it makes me think of my grandfather. I was talking about pipe smoke the other day. I've never smoked a pipe, but I've been in the presence of pipe tobacco a lot, and that's the best smelling tobacco out there. That's the best smelling tobacco out there. If you're going to be around it, like walking past a tobacco shop or something like that, no doubt about it, pipe tobacco is on another level. And I can see how it can be incredibly nostalgic if you had an OG from your family, an elder statesman who liked to give it a puffle on the back porch and just watch the sun go down on an August afternoon. I wish I was around when that was probably one of the more dominant smells that you would get in a baseball stadium. I still remember the catching whiffs of cigars from, even if it wasn't allowed in the early '90s. Although I have to imagine it was. Hold on a second. Wait a second. When did Yankee Stadium ban tobacco smoking? Yankee Stadium banned tobacco smoking, including electronic cigarettes, in 2009. So that's with the new stadium then. Oh, wow! I didn't know it was that late. So that's why I remember it all throughout the '90s, just getting hits of cigars. Hits of cigar smoke. Yeah, smoking sections in the diners. Santa Claus style. Okay, well, here's because I'm gonna go and start putting together the show for tonight. Again, if you guys can just do me a solid and leave voicemails. I would love to get some voicemail questions in, not only for just thoughts. Anytime you want to leave a thought for the show on current events or a hypothetical, hey Frank, here's a joke, or here what do you think about this, or I had a dream, or blah blah blah. I leave voicemails for anything, but especially when we have guests coming up like tomorrow. If you have any questions you want to ask Dilly, if you want to test a theory, that's a good one. If you want to test a theory that you have or that you saw somebody else proposing with Dilly, let me know, because I just want to I want to see how he's reading things, and I think that audience participation is going to be gold on that respect. Tom Sawyer is tonight. Go read your chapters. I put the pages we're reading up until chapter 30, and then next week is the last. Well, there's like 20 pages to read for next week, but that is that official thread is pinned to the top of the forum, so you can go in there and leave us some voicemails for the book club as well. That'll be fun tonight. So we got this broadcast on a Monday, then we got the 7 o'clock, then we got the book club. Mondays are busy, but I love it. I make my iced coffee exact same way. Typically, it's leftover. It's a good way of recycling it. It's a good way of recycling it. I'm actually going to be bringing Molly back on the show with Jay at some point to talk about some incredible things that they've been working on. Because she really doesn't make any money off of this. I told you guys about this last week. I was crazy. I went crazy for that because I had a sinking suspicion that this was, even though it's $50 a bag, it is completely underpriced just based on the alpha GPC, the L-theanine, the MCT oil, and the lion's mane. If you go get individual supplements, all those individual supplements, you're talking about well over $100 a month. So she said, no, this is kept particularly low so people could just experience it. They make money off of other things that I went nuts for because I want to know more about it. There's a creatine supplement in there. They're into bioregulators and also other peptides. And I said, Jay, we got to do a crash course on these things because I've been reading about them all over the place. And if Molly and her brother are in that business as well, then I definitely want to try that out. Nicotine as well. Jay told me that he's been looking into nicotine as a supplement. I know we've been hearing about nicotine from people like what is Dr. Artis? What was that his name? He got really well known during the lockdowns and all that stuff. But the nicotine question has been a really interesting one to follow up on. Talking about some things like that. Not cigarettes, but studies all over the place. Anyhow, okay, so we did all that stuff. I have to go find the original show that we had Scott Shara on, so I can include that in the description of the episode tonight. There's going to be a lot of people maybe have not even heard Scott's, nightmare at the hospital with his daughter Grace, leading up to her death. But that was the basis of this trial that he was just in the middle of. That unfortunately did not break his or our way. So that's all going to be tonight. That's going to be tonight. And, yeah. All right, that's it. That's it for today. 30 seconds. 30 seconds lightning round. I will just yes or no, go. Questions ready? Let's do, once the questions start coming in, that's when I'll start the 30 seconds. It'll take 30 seconds to type a question. Ready? I'm waiting for you guys. Let's do a lightning round, and I'm going to take this just till about 11:37, and we're going. You can give me shout-outs, jokes, questions, whatever you want. Let's go for it. Favorite color? Like a purple. Like a royal emperor purple. About that. I think that's up there. I like lavenders too. But you. Hot day, Gold Bond, or cornstarch? What? What, talcum powder? Are you talking about powder? Neither. I don't do any of that. Do you ever cut your head while shaving it? No, I don't use razor blades. Do you walk to work or carry your Do you walk to work or carry your lunch? I have walked to the studio before, but it's been a long, long time, and that's only because like the car will be in the shop or something. Let's see here. My boy turns 13 today, July 31st. He drew you a photo. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Were you involved in theater in high school? Not in high school, but community theater all growing up in elementary school. I haven't been in a play in a long time, and I'd love to. I'd love to do some acting again, either on screen or on stage. I think it would just be awesome to go back to rehearsals. I love read-throughs. I love getting to know the cast. I love dress rehearsals. That's some of the best childhood memories. It's when I really started learning to love the stage. How many feet from your bed to your toilet? I don't know, maybe about 2.5 feet. Lauren's favorite musical band. Lauren's favorite band? I don't know. I don't know. Lauren likes a lot of the stuff that I like. I introduced her to a lot, but she's more on the pop, hip hop side of things. Who the hell is walking in the backyard? Stop walking. Stop walking. Why does everybody walk? Everybody has to move around. Let's see here. Your ring chime is freaking out my dog. I'm sorry. I just turned it off. Can't stand when people move. The hell's with everybody? Have you ever seen Guar? No, I have not. I know of Guar. We are very well acquainted with them. Never seen them live. Mark Swan. Ask Mark Swan about Guar. This is good. I like this. Oh, I have some stuff to give away tonight. Hold on. Look at this. Things like this. I got a Pledge of Allegiance hat. I'm going to be giving away tonight. Also, here are the fire packs. These are the packs that you drop into your fire pit, and they start turning all crazy colors. It turns the fire all crazy colors. Chemical reactions. So I told you I'm just going to keep doing fun giveaways and stuff because they not only drive a lot of great super chats that have, it's good contributions toward the conversation, but I have to find new ways of supporting the show too because I have so many projects I need to launch, and I really got to find a way to break the ice wall that we are encapsulated in. I don't know any channel that is more active than mine, and I don't move. And every week might lose a half a dozen people. It doesn't make any sense. So I got to bring professionals on. Let's see here. Those fire packs are fun. You can make your own. Well, there you go. There you go. I'll have to learn that next. This is fun. One more minute. Keep going. Stupid questions, real questions. Would you rather be trapped in a room with a rabid wombat or the ladies from The View? The ladies from The View. Sick, unpredictable wild animals, then again, they are as well. And at least it's only one wombat. And in the other case, it's 5. Shit, that's a good question. Shit. Man, I didn't even realize what you were getting at. That was a good question. You might have me stumped there. Maybe the wombat, the one wombat instead of 5. That's a real question. My parents wanted to name me after my dad, but my aunt said that dad is a stupid name for a child. When's Rob going to be on again? I don't know, man. I can only invite people so many times, and it's not for lack of wanting to hang out with me, I'm sure. It's just, it all has to do with work schedules, and how many times over life and the world shifts. Let's see here. A would you rather night on an upcoming show. Yes, that would be good. Bongos or tom-toms? Tom-toms. Aerial toms. You can handle the women on The View. He also, let's see here. How did your parents meet? Actually, we were just talking about that last night. Yesterday, this came up last night in the living room. So on Saturday night's show, we were watching clips from the summer of 1993. Last night, my family and I got together, and I said, "Hey, let's watch some more video, family video," and I put on 1986. Oh man, we are going to be diving into 1986 on a Saturday night soon. What I got in there is just incredible. Liberty Weekend. First of all, for some reason, my father taped 5.5 hours of the Liberty Weekend television broadcast from 1986. It was 100 years of the Statue of Liberty, and he taped all the commercials and everything. I can't put that on YouTube because I don't think I could put it on YouTube. I don't think that would be good for the channel, but I'll definitely put it on Rumble. And the footage I have in 1986 is nuts. Anyway, the reason why I bring this up is over the course of those conversations last night, my parents mentioned that last night was was 55 years that they know each other to the day. 55 years. So they met each other 55 years ago yesterday, because I believe that is the death anniversary of Judy Garland. And the story is that in high school, they were both in high school, and they were both, like, in their own groups, they were known to be big Judy Garland fans, and that Judy Garland died 1 year, and on the 1 year anniversary of her death is when they both met each other, because they were made aware of each other's presence, and I guess they started geeking out on Judy Garland stuff and Judy Garland trivia, and that was 55 years ago. So there you have it. I've been watching old stuff for the nostalgia. Yeah, I would say dive into it. Dive into your family history if you have it. It's very nice. Let's see. How old is Anthony? 38. I think he's 38, or he turns 38 in September. He's 2.5 years behind me, and I just turned 40. So probably turns 38 this September. How do you know Tony Black? Family friend. He actually, well, look, he knows family. Met my mother. Like part of that beach crew down there on Playland Beach. They got that beach crew down there. Let's see, David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar? David Lee Roth, but Sammy's cool in his own way. But if you're talking about Van Halen, there's only one Van Halen lineup that is acceptable. Where did I find the discussions for Windswept House? I was not ready to read it when you had the book club. It's listed in some of the public book club series that's on YouTube. So yeah, it's the first one up there. Speaking of Windswept House, I finally got in touch with Ralph Sarchie. Ralph Sarchie is a former New York City sergeant or detective or whatever, but he knew Malachi Martin. He's a demonologist. He's been on quite a few, I think, exorcisms with Malachi Martin. Anyway, I finally found him. He responded to me. He says he no longer does interviews, which is a real bummer. But he did say that he could set me up with an interview with Rob Marrow, who just finished his book on Father Malachi Martin that is due to hit bookstores on October. So I always wanted to speak to Ralph Sarchie, speaking of Windswept House, but if I can't get Ralph, I will take somebody that he recommends 100%, and that'll be nice for October. All right. Present time is killing me more, and I need the escape. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. I know some of you get it, which is why many of you have been around for so long. That you know I'm trying to find something other than the news here. Escapes is one thing, but escapism and nostalgia, you can drown in that and it can warp you. But it may be just there's better ways, constructive ways of doing all that. And that's what I really endeavor. My endeavors on air is really all about. I want to try to find things that grip people and bring them back to more wholesome, good times. And that's why family and friends is a big thing for me, to bring that on the air. I know that I kind of expose myself by doing that, and them, but whatever. For the people who get it and who appreciate it, I think it's worth it. and then also everything that I give to people who become monthly sponsors of the show. Behind the scenes pictures, behind the scenes videos, live streams, the book clubs, the film clubs, all that stuff. I do that above and beyond just because that's present times are ridiculous. I mean, there's always something ridiculous going on in any era, but sometimes you gotta buckle down and reroute yourself more than others. So that's what I got. BMX. Okay, keep up the wholesome nostalgia, please. It's got yeah, because there's good stuff in there. There's good stuff in there. There's laughs in there. There's a lot of memories jogged. Man, that's the good shit. We find a lot of things to joke about with that. Can you talk about grounding? Yeah, sure, we can do that. We could. All right, that's it for today. I gotta go. Thank you guys. Even your reaction not getting, I just saw this. Even your reaction to your mom not getting close to the mic was great. I get it's frustrating, but it was funny. I don't want to get frustrated like that. But, how many times has my mother been on the show? Just like, I hate murmuring that is taking place away from a microphone. Like, Mom, get in front of the microphone. And then I could almost feel her rolling her eyes at me like, what? Where the fuck? This is not the living room. I can feel the eye rolling. Like frustrated, like, oh God. Like you're in a broadcast studio. I had to do that twice? Twice on Saturday night? You know what, Star? It's not even perfectionism. It's just that you gotta talk into a microphone. Yes. All their presence was all that matters. All that matters. From an engineering standpoint, I can't be too sentimental though. I get sentimental afterwards. But yes, we're together. We love each other. Great. Let's have a nice little family show. But when I have to be the engineer, I'm not your son, your cousin. I'm not any of that anymore. Now I'm the engineer in the room. So. Oh, Aurora! I can't wait until Aurora can be a part of some of those later broadcast nights. Soon. She's gotten to the point where a well-timed nap will get her to 9:30 easy, and she'll be okay. She's such a social butterfly though, and she loves being around her family. And watching all of these videos from 1986 last night with all of the OGs that I grew up with, my great aunts. She would have fit in with all of them. All of them. She would have fit in with her family from every era. How animated they were, sassy, whatever the hell it was. It's wonderful. So I can't wait until she can take part in more of that. Multiple generations in a room. There's nothing but good times that can come from that. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. I'll see you guys tonight. Read your chapters. Be a part of book club. Become a sponsor of the show. Get some Keto Brainz. If you become a sponsor of the show, I send you samples right off the bat. So, pledge $5 to the show every month. QuiteFrankly.tv/sponsor, or all the links are in the description. Pledge $5 a month, and I'm going to send you a whole bunch of stuff, and then you're getting hundreds of dollars of value every month, and you get to keep this show trucking along. There's a lot. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later. Be good.